That make you uncomfortable?
You know what? It's fine.
Yep, it is.
It's totally fine.
Wow, welcome to Two Guys and Coffee, folks.
TGC, Two Guys and
TGC.
Coffee. This is episode 005 with your hosts, Zach and Collin. Good evening, Collin.
Good evening. Wow, episode 5.
Five weeks.
Great.
Week
5
5.
weeks. It does feel like we've been doing this for longer.
It has.
Yeah.
Like years.
Yeah.
Week 5. Let me just say, me switching my mic boom to the other side already, I know I talked to you about this before we started, but just my hands right now and like what I got going on here, this is good.
It feels good?
This feels really good.
Because I imagine between the wall and how you had it before, you felt trapped.
I felt very caged in, and I just, even though this isn't technically different where I'm putting my hands on the table for you audio listeners, I just feel free.
Welcome to the free world.
Thank you. You told me this on day one. I was like, no, I prefer to have it on the other side.
Yep.
And I should have just listened to you.
Yeah.
But I didn't.
No, you didn't.
So I'm stubborn. I've been told I'm stubborn here and there.
You ready to get slapped in the face? I didn't know.
I don't know if I am.
I didn't know what I was going to say that to you next.
Well, that was a good time. Do you have something for me?
No, I just wanted to say that our friend Tom, Tom, who we should have on the podcast. Before we were talking about something, me and you, and then out of nowhere from behind me, you want to get slapped in the face with something?
You ready to get slapped in the face?
No, not really, dude.
I don't think I am, actually. What did he even say to you? I don't think I heard the rest of it. I just heard that, and that's when I tuned in.
I can't even remember what the conversation was.
Okay.
I just appreciated his entrance.
Hey,
like if you're going to jump into someone's conversation, at least make it interesting like that.
It's a good icebreaker.
Yeah.
Hey, you want to get smacked in the face?
I'm going to try that with a stranger sometime.
Just pull him aside.
I'll get nervous though, because it's like I'll plan on it, so it'll be 2 staged, and I'll get nervous and walk up to 2 strangers and go, "I'm gonna punch you guys." Oh no, I wasn't supposed to.
Hey, I'm gonna smack you. Excuse me. Speaking of Tom, real quick, our friend, I learned something about him, maybe about an hour ago, that I wanted to bring forward. So he's a cable guy, not meaning he works in cable, but he has cable.
Yeah, he's not a cable. Yeah, he doesn't come to your house and install
you know what I mean?
A box. Yeah,
he's not a technician, but he has cable. Do you want to know why he has cable? And he doesn't do any streaming services, not one, on purpose. It's
why?
Intentional. Because he can't handle the milliseconds of delay in the streaming service when you're going like switching between content. You know, like when you got cable, you're choosing channels and it's like immediate.
Wow.
Because of the milliseconds of delay, he's just not down with that.
Is this guy's Wi-Fi router like at the end of his street?
So
that's why you would have that bad of a delay.
I dug into it a little further. Okay. And I said, what does your hardware situation look like? Okay. Internet's good. Internet speed's good. So I'm like, okay, what's the hardware situation looking like? Meaning, does he use any sort of game console, box, Apple TV? Turns out he's using the app suite in his TV. And I'm not trying to get technical here, but I'm kind of a techie. The app suite, first of all, in most TVs is hot garbage, just in general, from a responsiveness standpoint, whatever. So is the damn network card in your TV. He's also using that, the Wi-Fi in his TV. So I'm like, no wonder why your experience is garbage.
I have 2 points. Point 1 on that, Tom's an old guy.
He is.
I found out he's 36. We're young guns.
We are, dude. Yeah,
we got it figured out.
We lads over here.
Yeah. But point 2, he's going to hear this and he's going to be real mad. I just exposed his age. But
he'll probably be fine.
It's okay. He's balding on top, so it's...
Oh, wow. He didn't have to go there, but whatever.
He makes fun of my receding hairline, so it's like a mutual thing. We go back and forth. Yeah.
That sounds like
I'm going to get there. I'll get there. And it'll be before I'm 36, so whatever. I'm going to wear hats. My girlfriend tells me just embrace it and wear hats. I refuse to.
I don't think wearing hats is embracing it. I think that's covering it up.
Yeah, she's saying like you're going to get there eventually, so just get used to wearing hats now kind of thing.
Oh, okay, got it.
I still do the special shampoo to try to stop it.
What kind of shampoo are you using?
Bosley.
Really? That's a thing? I remember seeing those commercials and I was like 10.
My mom does hair. Well, she used to do hair. Now she's just does it for like family and friends.
Yeah.
But so she can get, you know, like the stuff that you can't just get if you go to like
The good stuff.
Yeah, there's certain
You need, like, a
places
guy?
you need a license to get stuff, so she gets it there.
Okay.
So that was like one of my favorite Christmas presents, actually, because I'm like, anything to get my hair
shampoo?
back.
Does it work?
I don't know.
Okay.
I honestly, those types of things, I don't stay disciplined enough, but we'll find out. I think I'm getting like one hair at a time back.
So
Point.
I was just going to say, you just said you don't stay disciplined with that sort of thing that actually requires 100% discipline likely to be
does.
effective.
I know.
So you're just wasting your mom's Christmas present.
Oh,
How's she feel about that? How do you feel about that? Am I getting too direct right now? You're wasting the Christmas present that your mother got you.
starting to feel so bad.
Should we call her?
Can we just do this podcast another day?
You know what? Let's just pack it up.
Point 2, though, because I had 2
That was
points.
the whole thing was point 1?
Yeah.
Holy shit. All right.
Point 2 is I do exactly what he does.
Tom, you're a cable guy? Or no, you use the app suite in your TV.
Yeah.
Is it garbage?
No, it's great.
I don't believe you at all.
I recently obtained a 65-inch
You did.
Yatsubishi plasma screen TV. Just kidding. That's a quote from Drake and Josh.
Is it a Yamaha?
It is. It's an LG, and it's quick, really quick. I have a 9-10-year-old Samsung in my room.
Of course, that's awful.
Yeah.
Right?
Whoa, dude! You hit Netflix and it goes something ... like please wait, try again later. Whoa.
Wait a minute.
Yeah. So
See,
the LG is like Netflix. Boom. Yeah, Tom. It loads for like 5 seconds.
yeah.
Your time's not that valuable.
Yeah. What's on cable anyway? I mean, come on. There's things on, right? But it's just so
It's not
so
like-
ad spammy.
Not on demand.
No. I don't know. I'm just not bought into that at all.
No, I'm not. I haven't had TV, and by the way, Tom, we'll have you on the podcast, and you can fight me back on here.
Yeah.
I don't mean to corner
Put a
you when you
bookmark in
can't
this
respond.
one.
Yeah.
I mean, I
But,
do, but whatever.
But
Easier fight that way.
what I was saying, I can't remember what you said. You pointed your knife and said something.
I said you're wasting your mom's gift.
No.
Are we on point 2 yet?
God, I had a really good point.
Oh, this is point 2 that we're forgetting.
No.
Point.
You said something. I was going to respond.
That's all I said when I pointed my knife at you.
I know. It's just recently. Now it's too far away. I lost it.
I don't know what to tell you, man. Tom, you started saying something about you're aligned with Tom, but then you said it was not cable.
Oh, I haven't had TV.
Ah.
Any sort of TV service since I moved out of my parents' house when I was 18.
I had it for a bit this past year. I had it for like 5 months, but I had YouTube TV, which was dope. It's a little pricey.
I don't know what that is. What is that?
Just picture cable, but YouTube in an app. YouTube provides it as a service.
Gotcha.
So you get the same experience you would get having cable, but it's YouTube TV.
So it's like the same channels, the same networks?
Yeah. With like, they have different packages and crap. It was pretty decent, but
You were talking, and actually I'm curious about it because you were talking before, so we can go into that. But about your fall off of social media.
oh yeah.
But this kind of goes into it. I really have enjoyed the lack of mental programming from not having TV all these years.
Mental programming. Sounds like you got a tinfoil hat on.
Yeah. Yeah, most would say that until everything comes true.
Okay. Well, it's been a conspiracy podcast.
I won't keep going, but just saying. There's a lot of things that get put in your face on TV, and it's nice not having that.
Of course, yeah. I could objectively agree. I'm having a similar experience with social media.
Same thing.
I just realized, so two-parter real quick. Part 1, I realized that especially if I have nothing in my immediate area to do, like especially on a weekend, if I'm in between doing things or it's winter, not a lot to do outside, I'm trying to just get through it at home, that I just realized how much I was grabbing my phone. Like I'd be watching something or whatever it may be, but every couple of minutes, man, I'm picking up my phone. And just endlessly like scrolling. And I hated that. Absolutely hated that. So part that, and then also, so that put kind of planted the seed. And then a friend of mine recently, they went all the way. They deleted the apps, got it out of there 100%, which is crazy. Pretty cool. Respect it. Then I was like, you know what? I'm going to try it. So I didn't delete the apps, but you can limit like screen time for certain apps in iOS. I limited it to 30 minutes total per day through like, it includes IG, Snapchat, Facebook. I deleted Twitter. I don't even know why I still had it. Anyway, not to go on too long with this. My usage is like 5 minutes a day across all those apps, and I feel great.
It's impressive.
I feel great, dude. Honestly. Like, I'll go on there and just check it out real quick, but as soon as I start scrolling for more than, I swear to God, now it's like scrolling for more than 30 seconds, there's like an alarm goes off in my head, and I immediately just close that shit and lock my phone.
Yeah, because if you're just scrolling to scroll, you're not actually searching for anything purposeful.
I just felt like such a zombie. Like, felt like a sheep, you know?
Yeah. That's what I'm talking about, dude.
I mean,
it's not conspiracy.
There's something to it. I hear you, but I just feel, I'm not trying to sound weird, but I just feel so much more just get some clarity doing something like that. Like
you listen. Now if you totally go off the grid and you aren't informed about anything, like I want to know what's going on.
Yeah.
But you listen to plenty of informative podcasts and other outlets that are, I forget the word for it.
Sources of information.
Credible, credible,
non-biased
sources that you get your information from. So that's good because you stay informed. So you can X out TV and social media and stuff. Now, if you X out social media, TV, and then let's just say you're like, no, I'm only reading the newspaper.
Yeah,
it's like you might as well just go on Facebook.
Yeah, I mean, there's value in staying informed, so I'm definitely dancing that line. Because like I still check those certain people that I follow because that's usually where I was checking for that stuff anyway. But now that's all I'm checking. I'm just being very selective about the content I'm consuming. I went through like a whole, besides just trying to maintain discipline and like my routines and stuff, I'm really going through a whole circle of control thing right now, where I'm really just checking the energy I'm putting into things.
That's healthy.
It's dramatic, the impact it makes. I'm no guru. I'm just saying after a couple days of doing that, it's substantial.
I always have wanted to do that, like get super hard on myself like that.
It's difficult.
But I haven't had it's too easy to say, unless you have a major issue, like a major health issue that you really need to get on top of or else you're going to like die or something, something bad. It's hard to say, I need to do this. Like me, I'm younger, I'm healthy. So it's hard for me to say I need to do this.
Yeah, that's fair.
There's a program, you might know about it. I forget. I think it's 75 hard, something like that.
It's not ringing a bell.
Something hard. It's a number. I think it's 75. I have a friend that does it. My brother did it. It's 70. I think it's 75. Let's just say it's 75. 75 days, and you can't stray from what it says. So on day one.
Oh, I have seen something like this.
Yeah. So on day one, you have to do an outside workout, whether it's snowing, pouring rain, tornado watches, whatever. You have to read 20 pages from a certain type of book and eat this. And there's also, I'm pretty sure, I hope I'm not murdering this, but I'm pretty sure there's like a strict, throughout the whole thing, you have to eat a certain way and sleep and wake up at a certain time.
Like a big reset program.
But then there's also tasks you have to complete throughout those days. And it's not like for someone that doesn't have a day job, you can still work and do it, but it's extremely, extremely hard for 75 days. I remember when my brother told me about it, I can't remember all the details, but I think it'd be cool to do. Take a lot of discipline.
I think so. I kind of developed my take on that as you were walking through it. I didn't know that I had one until I was listening to you. I am not big on those things as a starting point. So I heavily, you've heard me talk about this before. I heavily subscribe to the method of if I'm at A and I gotta go to F, I'm going A to B, B to C, C to D, D to E, E to F to get there, but I'm going through those quickly and decisively to get there.
Yep.
What I believe that's doing, like that was how I started getting up at 5 a.m. I used to get up at 10 to 7 o'clock, 7:15. I backed it down 15 minutes a day ish until I got to a point where I found like my equilibrium where I was like, okay, that one was too early. The one the day before worked well. There's my spot. Because by doing it that way and having that context behind it, I made it into a habit. So where I'm going with this is, in the interest of discipline and being able to get through something like that, I feel like I would do that after I kind of applied the same logic. So like if I saw the list of things to do, maybe I'm getting some exposure to what that might be like, maybe developing some sort of habit around that in a different way. And then once I have this base of context and discipline around it, then I'm attacking it. Because I think if you do it without any sort of like, if you went from 0 to just doing that 75-day challenge, where it's a total reset completely against, like you don't do anything that's even remotely close to what's in there. Cool, you'll do it. But I feel like there's an unlikelihood that it's going to stick.
That's what I agree with that.
If you want it to stick, maybe you don't want it to stick. But.
It's like you haven't built your core to handle it. I don't know. I'm sure there's another.
You're not wired.
Guarantee
for
there's. Hey, buddy, Jake just left.
Oh wow.
It's like building your core. Like New Year's resolutions.
Yeah.
Same thing. Like
same idea.
People, start up. They get a gym plan. They've never went to the gym before. They say New Year's, I'm starting to go to the gym, and then they go hard twice a day or once a day for 7 days or 5 days straight, and then they just don't do it because it's such a hard shock that they're just over it because they exhausted themselves.
Everyone's going A to F. They always think, okay, I'm changing my life, and that means I'm changing my life. I'm literally flipping it 180. That's not how it works, man.
That's why I don't work out at all right now. So I think next year I'm going to keep not working out this year, and this is A. And then B, and then B is 2023, and I'm going to work out 10 times. Yeah. And then I'm just going to keep ramping it up.
Just over the course of like a decade.
I agree with you, dude. I'm on your page. See?
Dude.
See?
That's exactly
you are
what I'm
inspirational.
saying. Yeah. Real talk, though. Not that wasn't real, But
I do seriously. I'm not kidding. I need to start working out. But go ahead.
That really is the thing, though. I learned this through my own trial and error that you might consume a piece of content or see somebody do something or have some life event happen where it just shakes you up. Where you're like, no, I'm gonna make a change. So you immediately go off the deep end. Like, let's say for you, I really want to get into the gym. Let's say that. So you say. And this is just a relevant example. Don't read into this. I know I'm going to get probably roasted by you for this. But you say, Zach, I want to start coming with you to the gym. Okay. And I go, you need to be in front of the mic if you're going to say something, by the way.
Okay.
There you go. They're nice mics. They don't pick things up.
Okay.
Train of thought. Zach, I'm going to come with you to the gym. Because you're like, look, I want to get in there. I want to get started. I go 6-7 days a week. Okay? I usually have one rest day if I choose it. So, I'm not claiming to be this workout crazy ass, like master of everything. I'm just saying I go frequently. So you go from 0 to that. Your body's going to go into WTF mode big time after week 1, likely before week 1 is over. Then the next week's already here. It's just, you don't have a base of confidence. You don't have, you don't have anything to keep you going.
More so your brain.
That too. Yeah, most importantly. I think I'm just saying that making a change and recognizing you need to make a change is great. That's the first step, but it doesn't mean you go A to F. Just go A to B. But be decisive about it. And put a wedge in it so you don't backtrack.
Yep.
I didn't know this was going to turn into like a motivational cast, but I think I'm a little fired up today.
It's a good topic.
I'm a little jazzed up.
It's a good topic because, well, I know I have improvements to make as far as life, like lifestyle goes.
So do I.
Not that I like I'm a crackhead or anything, but
that's good.
Yeah.
It's not why you're losing your hair.
What's drugs? Did you ever see that?
No, but it sounds funny.
That video, he's like, they pick this guy up and he's all buggy-eyed like this.
Oh, I have seen that. Never mind. Yeah, I have seen that.
Do you have like drugs on you or something? He's like, no. He's like, are you sure you don't have drugs on you? What's drugs?
It's a TikTok.
That's my favorite.
Yeah, I've seen that. Yeah, does that make sense to what I'm saying? Like,
yeah.
Because I've been there.
Absolutely.
I found that out the hard way. You try to do a 180 and it doesn't work.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I've tried that.
It just doesn't work.
That's been my gym days.
You know what? I'm going to say something right now that people may not agree with. I don't believe that motivation has any true value. In the sense, where I'm going with this is motivation doesn't truly get anything done. Motivation can get you started. Motivation can help you take a first step towards something. Discipline drives results.
Mm-hmm.
I want to say there's a good handful of times during the week. Oh, here's a great example. Do you think I'm always motivated to get up at 5 a.m.? No, definitely not. I want to say 1 out of 10 times I'm motivated to get out of my nice, warm, cozy bed.
But you're motivated to start to.
I'm
to
disciplined. It's wired in me at this point because I've done it enough times over and over again where my body just expects it.
Mm-hmm.
There's times where you wake up and if you do it enough times, you no longer have the inner monologue. You open your eyes and your body just kind of starts moving. Once you get moving, it's all over. You're good. But I'm not motivated necessarily. It's almost a reflex response. It's a discipline response. That's what's getting it done. You know what I mean? I'm not motivated to go to the gym after a full day of work and a podcast and editing it and getting up the next day.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Not trying to rant, but people always look like, how do you stay motivated? How do you stay motivated? What motivates you? It's discipline, man. It's not motivation.
Yeah, that's a good point because you're one of those guys too that like does. Yeah, I guess I do a bunch of stuff too, but I still am lazy with like the discipline areas, like waking up and going to bed at a good time. But we both do extracurricular stuff, like many things.
Yeah.
So I've always found it interesting where people can do those things and be disciplined with those little things like eating, exercising, sleep.
Mm-hmm.
Where I have a lot of stuff going on, but then I use that as my excuse to feel sorry for myself.
Yeah. Jocko's obviously...
Which is fine because I deserve it.
It's fine. Jocko's obviously the guy I follow the most, and this is just called just being on the path. The path is just whatever that it can mean something different to you, but it's just the path of discipline, for example. And you can fall off. Like right now, I'm a little jammed up.
Mm-hmm.
Right now, I made some choices today that I'm not happy with. My lunch choice, my food game today was not good,
lunch?
man.
What'd you have for lunch?
Listen, there's a little story behind the choice. Okay.
The story is that you asked me and I said don't do it, and you still did it.
I don't think that's what happened.
What do you think happened?
It's a little gaslighty, but we can go with it. So this morning I was feeling extra edgy. You know how I like to toe the line with like my sense of humor and my delivery. Like usually if I even get a whiff of blood in the water, if someone's like kind of being sassy, talking a little bit of smack, I like to get in there and just kind of twist it and break it off.
Okay.
Does this sound like me yet?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to figure out how we haven't gotten any like uncomfortable argument yet because this sounds really unhealthy and kind of like toxic, but I kind of feed on like if I know I'm bugging someone, and not in like I'm torturing them mentally.
Yeah.
But if I know I'm bugging someone, I just keep going.
I just have to get in there. Yeah. Yeah.
So if you're edgy, I don't know how I haven't just started. It'll happen, but go ahead.
Well, so Jake, our friend.
Yeah. Yeah.
So he likes to be a little quick on the trigger.
Yeah, he does.
Right?
Yep. He's got a...
So this morning, he just caught me in a moment of clarity where it was just shark blood in the water where it was immediate, where I just went in, right? And I kept going. And since I towed that line since I towed that thin line, and it was one of those where immediately afterwards I was like, oh shit. You know, like he didn't really react because he's pretty good about not reacting.
Yeah.
But around lunchtime, it was in the back of my head. I like to think I'm a nice guy, even though that's how I am, kind of. I like to think that I'm nice.
Whatever.
I closed the loop with him, as you know I like to do, close the loop.
Yep.
And I said, hey, Jake, thinking about Chick-fil-A for lunch today. I said, hey, I feel bad about blowing up on you this morning. And, of course, he had some smart shit to say. And I was like, you know, I deserved it. I said, hey, I'm getting Chick-fil-A. Would you like a shake? As a token of peace.
Yeah.
And he said, yeah, I'd also have 2 chicken sandwiches. So I said, well, shake's on me. You got to pay for the chicken.
That's fair.
So anyway, yeah, Chick-fil-A. I did the Jake special. I also got 2 chicken sandwiches and a shake. I could not have felt like more of a piece of shit after that. I ate at about 12:30. And I want to say around 1:30, 2 o'clock, my body just shut off.
Yeah.
Brain was foggy, lethargic. I had a Jocko Go. Didn't matter. Drank about a half gallon of water and some coffee. Now I'm good.
I'm telling you, dude.
It was terrible.
I know you say this isn't it, but I'm telling you, chicken sandwiches are on the board. Doesn't matter where it's from. I'm going to sleep. Now, I, on the other hand, had
What'd you
rice,
have?
shredded beef.
Chipotle?
Yep.
Yeah, that's the move.
Guac. I feel great.
I screwed up today.
Based on your principle that you follow there, I can just picture you as an old guy. You're just like, just scarred
grizzly.
guy. Yeah. Like your grandkid comes give you a hug and you're like, get off me. Deck him in the face, and then a day later,
smack him.
like you're just always abrasive to everyone, and then just one day later you have it on like a calendar. You're like, hey man, I didn't mean to do that.
Hey, yeah, or I got to close the loop with my grandson.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. I'm a weird combination because I don't know. My sense of humor has gotten me in trouble before, for sure, because people think I'm being serious or an asshole.
Yeah.
Maybe there's something to that.
I try to, I'm a sarcastic person too.
Yeah.
I try not to be sarcastic if I don't know how the person's going to take it. I try not to be.
Yeah,
Sometimes I
that's
can't help it. If it's just like an innocent sarcasm where if they take it wrong, it's like, I don't even
It's like,
care.
okay, yeah.
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 Then I just let it fly. But if it's like insulting and I don't know how they're going to take it.
Yeah. I mean, I have some checks and balances like that, but
Yeah.
sometimes I don't.
Yeah. Just going to grab my coffee here.
Don't spill it, man. Oh, yeah.
Just
It's an interesting.
grabbing my coffee right over here.
Could you grab it a little bit? That's, you might want to actually twist it a little more. Is that something on your...
Oh, right here?
What is that? Is
Oh,
it something
yeah,
on your
that's a new
forearm there?
tattoo,
Oh,
man.
no kidding.
Yeah, did you notice that? How did you notice it?
I don't know.
I thought I've been
just-
keeping my arm down.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's a new tattoo right there.
What do you got? What are we looking at for the audio listeners?
I'm glad you noticed. I'm glad you're asking about it. So this is I don't know if you guys can see it.
Nope, you're out of frame. You're out of frame.
Hope my large bicep doesn't get in the way, but that is the bridge and humbuckers. You probably don't know what that means, but of a guitar.
Humbuckers.
Humbuckers, yeah.
Okay.
It's like what picks up the sound of the strings in an electric guitar.
I've heard them called pickups.
Pickup is
that not the same thing?
You could call that the
Humbuckers
idea.
is more fun.
The idea is the term comes from they designed the humbucker, which has 2 single coil pickups in it that are wound together. A pickup is a single coil pickup, and they designed the humbucker. It literally bucks the hum of a single coil. So a single coil is normally a loud. It kind of always has like a static noise in it. They've re-engineered that now, and the new ones are great. But in the old days when they came up with the humbucker, God, I hope I'm not murdering
I didn't know this
this
was
but
going to
I'm
be an
pretty
entire history lesson.
Yeah,
but
the humbucker they came out with, and it's silent because of how they're wound. Humbucker. Yeah.
Check.
Hum is bucked.
Yep. Roger that.
I got this in Florida. I'm not from Florida.
You look like you could be. You were extra.
I'm from here.
Hey, how was your Florida trip? For anyone who may not listen to the previous episode, we filmed it before you left for Florida, and you've been the most smiley I've seen you in a long time.
I am recharged. God, I hate to sound like literally everyone, but I want to move there.
I'm shocked.
Sounds really annoying. I hate
shocked.
myself. I hate myself for saying that because everyone says that.
Do you actually though?
Florida.
Listen.
What?
Do you actually want to move there, or are you just in a honeymoon stage because you were just there? Like, really think about the logistics of that. Like, do you really want to live there?
No, I want to have a place there. I want to be able to go there whenever I want.
You can.
If I had that, if I was in a position where I could literally just go there.
Yeah.
And I don't mean
on the TGC jet.
Yeah, on the TGC jet, which is going to happen probably by podcast 017. I don't know,
maybe. I think we're on track.
Right.
Yeah.
So make sure you like, share, subscribe.
Yeah, like and subscribe, please.
Maybe get you a private tour of the plane. But anyway.
Yeah. Can't go on it, though. Can't fly on it. 2-seater.
Yeah. But I don't know what I was saying. So next topic. What were we talking about?
Florida. You moving there, having a place there. Do you want it? TGC jet.
So I don't want to just stay. I could at any time probably afford to just go to like the middle of Florida, just anywhere where it's just like normal, like.
Wish I made your money.
Like a hotel here. You know what I'm saying? Like
sure. Yeah. Your
80,
Best Western.
$100 a night.
Yeah.
But
Super 8.
I don't want to. I'm not going to Florida for that. I want to go to the beach. Like we stayed on Anna Maria Island. Beautiful.
So off the coast? You went to an island?
Yeah. It was just, it's a highway that gets you there.
Oh.
It's on the Gulf side. My girlfriend's been to other countries and other beaches, and she said, throughout our country, and
is it a nice beach?
She said it was some of like the whitest sand she's seen. I don't know what that means because I've never been to other beaches, but apparently it's a good thing. And I brought back 2 bottles of that sand.
Did you actually?
I did. Yeah.
Wow.
You want to know what I did?
Such a loser.
You know what I did? I took out a glass when I got home. I went by Caleb and I took out a glass container. He didn't do it. I was pretty upset.
Yeah.
But I poured it. I was starting to pour it in there, and I said, "Put your foot in here," because I wanted him to feel it. So
on his feet,
yeah.
He didn't do it though.
He didn't do it.
I'm shocked.
Super lame.
Hey, did you ever make those sand jars in school? You pour different like colors of sand like in a jar, and it's like layered.
Sand jar.
Well, you're just not a sand job.
Oh,
a sand jar.
Oh, I misheard you.
Sand jar.
Sand job.
Sand jar. No? Okay. Weird memory unlocked. Sound off in the comments if you made a sand jar in school.
And what did you pour in it?
Sand. Hear me out. You know what a jar looks like? Similar to this?
Okay. So I get it. All right. What else did you pour in it? Because I know they didn't just have you pouring sand in a jar and that's it.
There are different variations of sand, different colored sand. I said that in the beginning.
I didn't hear you.
What do you mean? We're the only 2 people in here. Did you make them or not?
No.
God damn it. I can't even. All right.
But.
No on the sand jar.
But I want to mention something pretty funny.
All right.
It wasn't funny at the time, but.
Shoot.
I don't worry about things.
Good.
Take that back. I do because I'm human.
No, I'm confused.
Yeah. But I don't worry about things that are probably very low odds, but I still think about them. Okay?
Sure.
So you wouldn't be able to look at me and go, he's nervous right now. But I'm in my head, I'm thinking about it because I think about everything.
Sure. Same. Yeah. Very analytical.
And we got on the first plane to leave Appleton. And we were on a little plane. It was probably like a...
Was it a single filer? Like seats on just one aisle, seats on each side, or
just 2 seats on each side.
Okay.
It's probably
small operation.
Probably like a 40 passenger.
Our jet's a little bigger than that.
Yeah. The TGC jet?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's still in building, by the way. It's not done
It's going to
yet.
be bigger than that, though.
Yeah.
Okay,
Who-
carry on.
Yeah.
It's fine.
But
Small plane.
we got on that, and I was nervous because every time I sit by the window, by the wing,
Totally.
I always notice an imperfection in the wing.
Yeah.
Every time.
Sure.
Um,
Little chunk.
I noticed one on the way out, but I noticed one on the way back from Florida to Chicago. But on the flight from Appleton to Florida, I'm sitting by the window. Didn't notice any imperfections in the wing. All looked good.
Wing check.
I'm not kidding. The the pilot came over the radio and said,
the flight guy,
the flying guy, he came over the
PA,
the boom boom,
bing bong,
and he said,
"Here, hold on, let me be the bing bong." Okay, you can go.
Did you think I was actually going to play along? And
I
just start
thought so.
talking?
Okay,
Okay,
whatever.
do it again.
Nope.
Okay, but that was pretty good though.
Thanks.
Don't be embarrassed. He said, "Hey, sorry for the delay, guys. We had some last minute maintenance on the plane to do due to the cold weather, but all is good now, and we're actually ahead of schedule and ready to go." I'm like, that is not what I wanted to hear.
That can't be good.
That's not what I wanted to hear.
Last minute
right now.
maintenance on the
I
runway.
looked at my girlfriend. I'm like, oh, what did I say? It was pretty funny.
This is it.
Oh, no, I looked at her, and I was hoping other people heard, but I didn't. He just got done saying that. I'm like, ever see the show Lost? And she looks at me, and she's like, yep. I'm like,
This is how that happens.
here we go.
Yeah, we're about to be on it.
But
What sort of last minute?
and then I swear to God, I heard the jets go off and on like 2 or 3 times before we took off. So the whole time
He's testing.
we're in the air, I'm just waiting for those things to go off. We were fine. Here I am. And then on the way back, I noticed there's these things. So if the wing's like this, if the body of the plane's like this, okay, and the wing's like this, off the back of the wing, there's these 3 things.
Yeah, little flaps.
Yeah.
Sure.
Not the flaps that go like this, but there's 3 things that hang off. They're like cone shaped at the end, not the jet. But the one on the inside, on my side, all the other ones were totally solid. This one was doing this. Serious. It was going like this. And when the thing would,
So it was wiggling for the audio
Yep.
listeners. It was wiggling.
Yep. When the back of the wing would come out, it was like a hydraulic thing to stop air, whatever it does. I'm not a plane guy. Just if you're making fun of me, shut
I
up.
would have no idea by listening to you.
It comes back and touches that point,
Yeah.
and then it was solid. But when we got in the air, those things went back in, and this thing's just going like this, dude. It was
Man,
so sketchy looking.
It's probably minor, but still, you don't want to see any of that
No,
when you're in the air.
no, and I don't want to be sitting by the window going.
Why do you keep sitting there? Why don't you just ignorance is bliss, right?
We didn't pick the seats.
Oh, okay.
I think they do that purposely.
They just put you in
They
the
know
window.
me.
Like, hey, Colin's gonna want to go in the window.
But the trip was fantastic. Sat at the beach.
First time?
Yep.
Have you ever been anywhere tropical before?
Nope.
I've been to the Bahamas. You want to talk about white sand?
Oh,
Has Andy ever been to the Bahamas?
to the Keys, I think. I don't think the Bahamas.
Okay, that kind
Maybe.
of counts.
I don't know.
Just ice white sand, and you could see, like, the water's translucent. You can just
Yeah.
see to the bottom.
Be
Wild.
nice.
It was wild.
See, do you get in the euphoric state like me where you just could literally just sit and stand and stare at it for hours?
Probably. It's
Or
like
sit.
it's like staring at a fire, right? You just kind of get lost in it.
I sat at the beach and it pulled some chairs out and I just sat and just watched the ocean, little waves crash in and watched the seagulls.
Doesn't get much more tranquil
Yeah.
than that, unless you had a lot of people around.
No, not a lot of people
Oh,
around.
good.
Nope. Quiet.
Okay.
You made fun of me before for taking pictures of birds.
Well,
I don't take it back though because
yeah,
I think birds are cool.
yeah. The birds you took pictures of were really cool.
Yeah. Seagulls, dude. I showed you
Seagulls.
that one-legged one, right?
Yeah,
There's a one-legged seagull.
Dirty
and I
birds.
fed one out of my hand
You're
too.
feeding rats.
No,
They're rats.
Dude, they're
they're the equivalent of rats.
innocent souls. They've done less bad in life than you have. How do you feel about that? You just called them rats.
Because they are, dude. Listen,
No, but I was feeding them. I fed them out of my hand.
What did you
and
feed 'em?
those things, dude? Celery?
dude, they'll take your fingers off.
This one, super nice.
Super nice. Good guy.
Frank.
It's a good guy.
Call him Frank all weekend.
It's a good dude.
But anyway, I fed one out of my hand, and the flock of them came, like 20, 30, 40 of them.
Yeah.
And
I'm surprised you didn't die.
I was embarrassed because I don't think you're supposed to do that.
Did you bring enough for everybody?
No.
Yeah.
I'm that guy.
You're lucky you lived.
Yeah.
They'll just pick you
But
apart.
I don't think you're supposed to feed the birds on the beach.
No.
So
Do you want to know why? Because then they'll hang around and
know.
bother everyone.
I know. But everyone stared at me, and I went,
Oh, you were that guy? Man.
I don't care.
If we ever go somewhere, don't you do that to me. I will leave so quick.
Before we go, I'm going to pack a baggie of breadcrumbs. And
Just
then
like
as
a
soon
bunch
as we
of
get on the
bread.
beach, I'm going to go.
I will leave you there. Real quick. Beach or mountains? As far as like what's
Beach.
Yeah. What's in view?
Yep, because might sound silly because I haven't even been to the mountains. Well,
It's been a long time.
in
for me,
Nevada. I saw like those mountains,
yeah.
but I haven't seen like the, like the snow-covered top, like the
Snow caps.
But
You want to talk mountains? I went to Alaska.
yeah,
Those are some mountains.
it's cool. I've never seen anything like that. I just thinking of it logistically. I would like to sit. If I book a vacation to the beach,
Yeah.
I could get there and feel sick, and still have a great time because I'm at the beach. If I get to the mountains and I don't feel good,
Try
I'm
not
just
to think cold.
don't feel
though.
like it.
Don't think cold. Doesn't always mean cold. Take that out of the picture. It can still be nice out. I'm talking about the setting and the ambiance.
I want to see that too. So I don't know. We'll close the loop on that.
Yeah.
Once I experience that.
Sure.
Very uncultured.
That's fair. There's just, for me, man, even just in the small little doses of this sort of setting that we can get around here, even just, there's a quite large state park, even maybe 2 hours north of here, that I've gone to a couple times now.
Mm-hmm.
And you stand in the middle of that thing. I mean, it spans like probably 10 miles. I don't know how big it is. It's huge. You hear some water in the background. It's so quiet. You can just about hear the blood in your ears. And you hear just the slightest little, you could hear leaves falling. I swear to God, that's how quiet it is. And you hear little chirps here and there, things like that. For me, that is my spot.
I would love that. That sounds great, actually.
Like all you can hear is like your heartbeat.
Yep, that sounds great.
Oh, it's the best. Man, I just went to a good place there for a minute. I'm
That
feeling
sounds
pretty
great.
good. That was nice.
When I'm in a too quiet of a spot, I hear my ears ring.
Oh, there's a word for that. I forget what it's called.
It's
But
'cause
you
I'm
have that
around-
regularly?
Yeah, I'm around live
I was going to say,
music a little bit too much.
damage your ears.
Yeah. You know what? Funny thing I noticed at the airport as well.
What's that?
Nothing against it, but it's just funny. And I've always wondered. There was some Chinese folks,
Sure.
and they were talking in Chinese.
Yeah. It wasn't like
How'd you guess that, dude?
Russian.
No. They were talking in Chinese. They could have been talking something else, but I think it was Chinese.
Fair.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm not bilingual.
Asian dialect of some sort.
Yeah. And he said like a whole sentence, like a whole paragraph of words,
Sure.
and then ended it with English words. Like, and now we're at like, and now we're at the airport. It's like, dude, what, dude? Why didn't you just finish
Why
it?
do they do that?
I know. I'm like,
And by they, I mean anyone who can speak more than one language.
yep. Yeah. I know. I've always wondered that. And at the airport, it was super funny because he was really loud.
Yeah.
Right
Just
here.
like screaming.
Yep. Super loud. And I'm like, oh, I have no idea what you're saying right now. Like you could be screaming at something horrible and I have no idea what you're saying.
Yeah.
And then you finished it in English. And I'm like,
American?
what? Like, why would you do that?
That is very confusing.
Like, do they not have that word? And
The only time, I mean, I think like for names and like specific like show or movie titles, you hear that where
yeah.
different language, but then the title, but just to like round it off with an English sentence is a little goofy.
Yeah. Like it was just it was normal words. It's not like they said, do you want to go see Guns N' Roses? And it was like, Guns N' Roses.
Yeah.
Because that is how you would do that
That is interesting. An interesting observation. Wow. Well, it sounds like you had a good trip, man. I'm glad. I'm happy for you. You know, I had to shoot you a text there a couple days in, see if you're still alive.
Yeah, I appreciated that.
I was thinking about you.
That was really nice.
Yeah, I was thinking about you.
Making sure I was still kicking.
Yep. On the beach, feeding rats.
I was trying not to. I didn't want to like send pictures and stuff. So
I kind of thought you were going to, but I wasn't like mad about it.
I didn't want to look like I was like, you're here and I'm there, or you're there and I'm here.
I mean,
I definitely,
it's fine.
I definitely did that to my brother though.
Did you?
Not intentional. Just FaceTimed him and like, check it out. Just because I was so happy. I just wanted to share.
First of all, it wasn't FaceTime because you don't have an iPhone. So let's get that straight. That's actually specific.
Yeah, the better version I used.
I bet it was
Facebook
terrible.
video.
I bet it was
Facebook
really bad.
video is the Facebook whatever thing.
Imagine
Live
using
video.
Facebook video and you're not a 40-year-old woman.
Wow.
See, that's one of those instances where I don't realize what's coming out of my mouth until it's too late. But I still meant it. I jotted something down.
You know what I appreciate?
What? Please tell me.
You.
Really? Do you actually? I
No.
don't think so.
What I was gonna say is, what I appreciate is now that people, we're getting some good support
Yeah.
and I'll leave it at that, support on our podcast here.
Agreed. Thank you, everybody.
And people come up and say, you guys should talk about this on the podcast. So normally we just like going off on tangents because that's just what we do. Like this basically never ends.
Yeah, we
right?
could go forever.
We do this all day.
Yep.
But some of these topics are brought on by other people. They say, you should cover this. And we're like, yep, we should.
Yeah.
And I like that.
And they'll say like something like, maybe something we covered, like the discipline talk from, I think that was 2 episodes ago.
Yeah.
Like, hey, that actually like helped me. That was like the coolest shit I could have ever heard. I'm like, really?
Yeah.
Like, so like if something grabs you guys or you have some sort of preference, comments are good. If you interact with us in person, say something. Be like, hey,
yeah,
you guys should talk about this, or I'm interested in this.
And it can be anything.
Literally anything. We can talk. If you haven't noticed, I think we could talk about just about anything.
Yep.
Without any forethought.
Mm-hmm. You're gonna cut yourself.
No, I'm not. There's something about this that's working for me. It's helping me like focus my thoughts.
You ever see the video of the guy where he's trying out knives in the store and he's like,
yeah, that's stupid.
He looks like he
reckless.
Knows. It looks like he knows how to use a blade though.
Good for him, but
let's talk about this.
Listen, we're running towards the end here, so
how much time we got?
2.5 minutes.
Quick, unless you wanted to cover something.
Nope. Go ahead.
Okay.
Go.
You guys buying 2-liter sodas out here?
Never, ever.
Can you tell me why?
If you are buying 2-liter bottles of soda for yourself,
yeah.
Take my scenario. I live alone. What business do I have?
You have a cat.
I have a cat. He doesn't drink soda.
Oh.
He gave it up this year.
Carry on.
All you're doing is giving yourself a flat soda. It's inevitable. There's no way you're pounding through a 2-liter in time for it not to get ruined. And if you are, that's a separate problem.
And isn't it? Yeah. Isn't it almost as if you can get a brand new 2-liter soda? It's almost like it starts flatter than even a bottle of soda.
Totally.
Which is possible because of the volume of the pop.
It's just all around a bad experience, unless it's a party situation. In a party situation where you know it's going to get used.
But you ever see Home Alone?
I did. Make big mess.
Yep, that's
Spill
like
it all over the table.
24 bottles worth of soda gone. Because they dumped 3 bottles down.
Just get the 12 packs or whatever.
Wow, that math was off.
Yeah, it was, but I went with it.
I don't care.
It's fine. No one's fact checking that.
No.
And if you fact check that, you can go ahead and unsubscribe.
Yeah, we don't want.
We don't need you.
No.
Yeah, no way, no shot. I'm buying 2. I haven't bought a 2-liter bottle of soda in probably 10 years.
I did not long ago, from Papa John's.
Okay.
And it 3/4 of the soda. I mean, now it's gone. Not drank. It was dumped out because it turned into a syrupy water.
It's the worst thing.
Yeah.
Nothing. Yeah, that one really grinds my gears a bit. Don't be doing that.
No.
Drink water. Drink coffee. Vote with your dollar. Drink some Black Rifle coffee.
Yeah.
I mean, depending on what you like. But that's what I like, what I believe in.
Thanks for going over that with
Good
me.
guys.
I just wanted to finish that off. That was one brought to you by.
That was also Tom, wasn't it? He was in the vicinity when we were talking about
Yeah,
this.
I think so.
Might have been Tom.
It
Shout
was-
out Tom.
It was an outsider. This was been a very Tomish podcast.
Yeah, he'll be on here. You guys are going to like him. Or you won't. I don't care.
Probably not.
Doesn't matter to me.
Doesn't matter to me.
Anywho, we're over time, everybody. If you stuck around this long, we appreciate you. If you haven't, we still appreciate you because you checked us out anyway. Appreciate the support. Like, subscribe if you're enjoying your time with us, right? That
Yeah.
helps out big time, especially with some small guys. We got to build that jet.
Yeah, we got to build that jet. It's being built now, but the bill is hefty, guys.
Yeah.
Help us out.
Yeah, it's a rap sheet. That said, I think we're all set. I hope everyone has a wonderful rest of their day, night, morning, wherever you are around the world. And Collin, I hope you have a good rest of your evening.
Yeah, you too. Well, let's see these.
Hey, yeah.
Let's see these folks out. So have a good
All right.
night. Thank you.
All
Thank
right,
you,
guys.
folks. Have a good night.
We're good. Bye-bye.